Yes guys, what is going on, and welcome back to another video. In this video I'm up here at Swift Performance. We've got some serious builds in here as well today. We've got the owner's M2 competition in a very heavily based track spec. On top of that we've also got Tim's lovely BMW M140 in the same sort of spec as mine, who again is going to be doing some track work. With that said and done, let's get straight into this video. Okay, so if you would have seen my previous video, we have upgraded the suspension. So we are running a B16 suspension, which is coilovers with adjustable height and also adjustable damping. So the damping and the rebound is just done off one click, so we can kind of change how the car handles, whether we want a hard or a soft sort of chassis roll. So that is great. But today, down here at Swift Performance, what we are going to be getting done is a nice track geo ahead of my Bedford Autodrome Trackday on Monday. On top of that, we also have Tim's M140, so we're going to catch up with him in a minute and he's going to go through what he has done and his plans for the car. And we have this banging E46 M3, which has also got quite a bit of work done on it. We also have, like I said earlier, we also have Russ's M2, which is kind of going to be the benchmark for me, whether I'm going to go for this sort of heavy build and there is more to come on it, or whether I'm going to keep it more laid back and more simple as a road, fast road and occasional track day goer. So yes, Tim, mate, how's it going?
Not too bad, how are you?
Yeah, all good, all good. Glad to be here as usual. I do love this setup because it's just BMW heaven, isn't it, mate?
Try to.
Talk me through this. So this is a very similar sort of thing for me. Obviously previously owned one, but you've got slightly different mods than mine. What have you done to it so far anyway?
Aesthetically, to be honest, I went down to the guys at Auto AD. They helped me out there. They got me the Zero body kit. Wheels, to be fair, I just got the standard ones done in black because they were quite curved when I bought the car.
This is a nice black though. I do like this.
Obviously got the spaces on there, the 12s and 15s, just to obviously stagger it out right.
100%, 100%. Can see
Stud
that.
and nut conversion is a definite if you're going to do any track work.
100%.
Not just for aesthetics, but obviously pegging wheels
Oh
on
yeah,
and off.
100%.
Hot and cold.
Yeah. So in terms of that track work anyway, is there anything else you've done to the car that's to help it do, like, because it's a decent engine, but I've always said this, the chassis does need a bit of support.
I opted to go for the B16 kit.
Okay, same what I'm running then, so that's the one with the adjustable
rebound, etc.
Can't really see it in there, guys, but it is hidden in there.
It is tucked away.
Yeah.
So yeah, went for the B16's fantastic transformation.
It is, yeah.
Even just for fast road use,
100%.
It's so much more compliable.
100%.
Other than that, I've got the H&R roll bar to go on.
Yes, so the anti-roll bars, that's more about body control, right?
Yeah,
and you've done front and rear?
It will be front and rear, yep,
cool.
Definitely. And then we'll marry that up to the Bilsteins.
Wicked.
Potentially looking at getting the Super Pro arms, similar to the M3 and the M4 arms.
Lower control arms, yeah.
Exactly.
More camber, okay.
Correct, yeah, do that. I've got the braided lines to go on. I've got the DS2500s. So that will go on, obviously, with an uprated brake fluid.
That's it. So you're literally set, aren't you?
Yeah. Russ built this last year from almost the ground up. Had the shell all cleaned up. All underneath is, well, to be fair, you can always take your dinner off it.
Yes, I did see. I think, guys, if I can get a picture, I will overlay it as well, because this is the one that was literally done, clean, everything underneath.
Yeah,
so it's got the AP front and back.
Yep, certainly has.
And these seats, I've never ever seen these. I think Russ was saying earlier that they're detachable as well, aren't they?
Yes, detachable ears on that.
Yeah.
It's fully caged up, obviously. Most of the spec on this one, in fairness, is one that Russ will be able to help you talk to. But
sure.
It's
serious, man.
Yeah, it's only been on, I think they've done it out on one track day as a bit of a shakedown.
Sure.
But I think there are quite a few planned. They've 100%. Just had an uprated bonnet put on it.
Yes, I can see. Yeah, that is quite unique actually. So engine cooling is definitely there. But I also just have seen a sticker in here which says, "Please don't bend me." That is more than enough information you need when taking something like this out on track, 100%. But yeah, let's see if we can get Russ, because Russ is quite cheeky. He always says he's got a voice for radio, but guys, when you see he's a good looking chap, but yeah, let's see if we can get him to give us a bit more information about this, because for me, this is my biggest dilemma. Do I go for something like this, or do I keep the M2 OEM, track friendly, or do I go all out? So Russ, the man, the myth, the legend, how you doing today, mate?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Good. This is, I think we met at the Low Auto ID meet, and I saw this and it was just like, I have to get in touch with you guys. So what we've got here, M2 competition with, what's this? What wing is this anyway?
That's a GTS E92.
E92 wing.
That's just the one I selected. Just think it works best on the car visually.
Really does. And I can see, I'm not going to try and, pronounce this, but what system is this? All the way from the cats?
Yeah, all the way from the front. obviously deletes the OPF.
Sounds banging. We have gone out in this. Probably haven't got that video on show, and I don't think we'd want to because I was screaming like a little girl because I can tell you something for free. Russ can pedal, mate. You are going to the Nürburgring and you've got a different setup here, haven't you?
Yeah. So, in the absence of my wheels that are supposed to be coming for it, I've put the square setup Team Dynamic 1.3s on it.
Okay. Cool.
So 10s all round.
Sure.
Having a little shakedown at the Nürburgring. First time for the car being on track.
Yes, yes. I do know you have quite a bit of previous history of some BMWs. You also got E46.
Yep.
2, did you say?
Yep, couple.
As you do, as you do. In terms of while being here on the brakes, what sort of, I think you've got stock disc, but what pads are you running anyway?
So I have RS29s for track use, yeah.
Yeah, and is that the go-to or over a few off the other brands? Or just what I've got along with over the years. Sure.
It's got braided lines and SRF fluid in it.
I can see here you've also got the main seats. So these are the Recaro, I don't want to get it wrong. What are these?
Pole position
Pole
FIAs.
position.
This has got Clubsport Bilsteins on, which arguably if you're dailying it, it's probably a little bit too
hard.
Firm for that. But if it's a weekend car and your track day, it is,
it's a no-brainer.
It's just hard to beat. Tom does small axle kinematics, which gives you some uniballs and it takes the compliance out of the bushes basically. Sure. And gives you more adjustment on the back for the toe. I have got a diff lift kit, which basically takes a bit of the angle out of the drive shafts once you've lowered it. Sure, because I was going to say that I have seen a few of these on track and I feel like it's really, really low down. Yeah, the diffs sit pretty low on these. Yeah. Got some carbon on there, obviously, from Auto ID. Looking good, it's got to be done. This bonnet, by the way, CS game changer. Yes. Absolute game changer. That was a bit of an indulgence.
Also, guys, have a look at this. M2 competition, carbon fibre roof, and that's also going to be going on Russ's whip. Different levels. So on mine, I know mine's just outside, we don't need to bring it in just yet. I've got Bedford coming up on Monday and you're saying that the Geo that comes on these cars from factory isn't good enough to go on track? No, it's definitely not optimised for track use. You certainly need adjustment on the camber on the front. I was going to say, so even on here you can see on yours, what is that running, -2 or? That is running just under 3, I believe. Cheese and red. Okay, so Russ has given me what is classed as a fast road / track Geo. I want to make sure I'm saying the right words there. So as you would have known from my previous video, one of the previous videos rather, we are running B16, which again are a suspension, a passive suspension, which can be adjusted. So passive as opposed to adaptive. It's more manual adjustment. So he's given me the best settings possible for fast road and also some settings for track. He's also mentioned something that I probably didn't think about is play around with it and score it out of 10. So do 2 good laps with the settings that they're at now, and then score that out of 10, just give it like a 6 or a 7, and then do another one and then score it at a 5 or score it at 8 sort of thing if it's better than what you thought. And on roads like this, sure, it's a harsh ride, but you can choose it to be softer. So there's an array of knowledge down there, and where they are Bilstein resellers, it's great that they fully know their stuff. On top of that as well, there is going to be more to come. I'm not going to say too much, but there is a plethora of knowledge and a wealth of knowledge in terms of the racing scene, and that's not your street racing and all this Mexico talk. It's actual taking part in events. So yeah, I feel like I'm in very good hands with a lot of the companies that I'm working with, and in particular the cup that I am interested in going to and being involved in, Russ might have dabbled in it a couple of races or 2. So with the team at Swift having done a lot of track days and nearly covered every, I want to say, track in the UK, it really helps because, again, Russ knows Bedford, which is happening very shortly, and on top of that he knows the car, especially having owned an M2 himself. This is the best setup for the car. He also asks how I drive, what tyres I'm going to be running, and he said this is going to be the best track Geo. So with Bedford imminent, I think I'm very, very keen. Oh, the turning, wow. Oh yes, big difference. So if Bedford incoming, I think the alignment and the track specific Geo is an absolute no-brainer. So guys, if you have found this video helpful and you've enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless. N55. Maybe not over the comp, but yeah, N55 sounds better.